Hello everyone, welcome to Salula's Last Week New Music, and in this chance I will cover some songs that were released between the 7th of November and 13th November 2021. So let's jump to the first song. We have Adrian and Khalif with Warm Sheets, and I would say that it is a flirtatious alternative R&B. It has a groove and with some thin percussion presentation, and perhaps the choir in the song is the most standpoint to catch your attention because it sounds like one of the moment in Lion King, which sounds glorious and grand in elevating the nuance of the track. And yeah, Adrian Khalif use it in a good manner. And I think we can go to the next one. We have Aminda with Bahagia Tanpa Jeda. Okay, I don't really find any unique moment in the song, but this is just another slow tempo, popular love song, and nothing really crazy about it. The songwriting is just average, but perhaps the string in the song sparks the grand and fancy feeling to the song, although it doesn't really leave any impression to me. Alright, so next we have Anggi Marito with Cara Mencintaimu. And this is just another pop ballad about love songs again. This time, Anggi Marito will deliver or really shows her beautiful or exquisite vocal performance in the song. For some reason, I feel that this song feels longer than it actually is. In the next songs we have DB Mandala featuring YEZTER with Coba Kembalikan. It is another track from DB Mandala. Last week we have covered him, and this time this song is a 2-minute song, but he sings the chorus 3 times. Like he is really in a poor condition in terms of materials and songwriting performance, because in the 2 minutes with 3 chorus and some unnecessary manner of shouting and stressing on a certain words, like it is extremely not important enough, because what's the point of that shouting? It doesn't leave any impression. It is purposeless. It's unintentionally unnecessary in the track, but just it's just cringe in the songs. And what comes next is the MASIV and Fariz with Kau Yang Tak Pernah Tahu. And yeah, they don't an introduction. They are one of the legendary musician in Indonesia, and I feel like Faris plays an important role in this song and the production, because there's a thick, strong, bold 70s or 80s synth pop era with appropriate reverb treatment and satisfying interlude, I would say. And perhaps this is the effect of the presence of Forest RM. Also, the vintage or throwback nuance is deepened with Ryan's the massive vocal, which I would say in some manner mimic Graysea's way of singing. But yeah, it is a nice synth pop. I would say synth pop, and not really that thick song. And yeah, just give it a listen. Maybe you enjoy it. And what comes next is Dua Empat with Undo. Okay, just I will say in a short. This is another song to add to your coffee shop playlist. It's a nice, slow tempo, sweet, smooth, and very calming. And we have Erwin Gutawa with Ardhito Pramono with their songs titled Masa. Okay, and this it is very motivating, very insightful, very positive vibe to achieve your dreams, but still you need to rely everything on God. Yeah, but Masa doesn't really present a thick groove, because I expected that the collaboration or the blend between Erwin Gutawa and Ardhito Pramono will somehow reach the thick or full jazz presentation. But it's quite nice actually, the treatment given underlying whenever Ardhito flows his first verse. And yeah, the string arranged by Erwin Gutawa and the pack sound vocals bathing the song with glorious, fancy, and elegant sounds. Next, we have Fyinpain, Lost in the Time. Okay. Ooh. his, his mumbling flow sounds like he doesn't really have or he doesn't really allocate enough amount of willingness to record his flow because it sounds very weak, very soulless. Although you present mumble, you can still sounds lively. But this one is very weak and very unintended to release the song. The beat is nothing unique. You might hear the type beat like 100 times before. And next we have Goodnight Electric with Eraluka. Okay, it doesn't sound any difference with Goodnight Electric's previous songs. The production is crystal clear. The panning of percussion addition in the middle of the track gives a glimpse of color to the track, which is, in my opinion, lacking chord progression, but after all, is still enjoyable enough. Okay, next we have Graysea with Godspeed. Okay. When I listen to the song, I can see the drummer's obsession in using a cymbal or hi-hat, maybe, especially in the chorus, since it sounds so upfront and disrupt nearly everything. Especially, it helps the vocal to sound dimmer than it already is, and nothing appealing about the poor dynamic presentation from the start to the end. And the echo, I think they intend to create an echo vocal, but it seems like it fails because there's no attitude of echoing effect in altering the vocal presentation. Okay. Next we have double single from Jangar Bonita. Jangar and featuring Bonita, I mean. The first one is Kali, and the second one is Samsara. Okay, I will talk about Kali first. Kali importing about post-apocalyptic or dystopia narrative, but yeah, the intro is quite makes me nutting with a heavy metal strum, but the riff of the song is nothing new, nothing fresh or exceptional to what we commonly hear in any metal or stoner records. The drum also sounds tame and a lack of variety in terms of dynamic, and the vocal style may not fit this metal approach, since there are multiple times in which he totally fails in performing dance, soulful, energetic, hard, and terrorizing screaming. And yeah, perhaps metal is not really the vocal is the best appearance. And next, the Samsara song. It is very mind-boggling how one artist released two songs, but they give a different mastering treatment. Like it is very distinctively uh, perceivable when the shifting from Kali to Samsara. You feel that a drastical difference between the mastering. And compared to Kali, I would say that Samsara's production is worse and sounds way dimmer and unclear at the same time, making an uncomforting experience transitioning from the Kali songs into the second one or Samsara. And well, thanks to Bonita as the feature in Samsara, and she really adds color to the energy of the track with her comfortableness or her comfortness in delivering her high note, and she's just dancing with her sound when reaching the high notes. It sounds like she doesn't have any burden in expressing the energy she is carrying. Another collaboration is now from Jihan Letitia with Pamungkas. They lay a single titled The More, This time Jihan Letitia presents a slow tempo and almost like a ballad R&B track, opened with a minimalist piano and guitar picking with her gorgeous vocal delivery. There's a sweet touch of lingering piano landed with soft and reverbing electronic beats when uh, Jihan Letitia introduced Pamukas to the song. But the only complaint I have from the song is there is some point I don't find the track to be ended in a good way because they tend to create a climax to the song, but really the resolution is not rapping, could not rap the whole package of the song. But again, this is a nice, very very nice R&B track, and it has a good chorus, very warming vocal presentation by Jihan Letitia, and yeah, I think you should listen to this one. And next we have Joy Morn with Dekat Jangan Jauh. Poor transition from the chorus into merely a cappella presentation that sounds very jaggy and worse than how this song sounds like. I don't find this song interesting. Okay, speaking of feeling, we have Kevin Rina with Blue Little House. This is a nice songwriting that might fit a soundtrack of a romance fairy tale story because he lays quite a detail, not that very detailed, but he creates a place, the situation of the song, and how so it can make us imagine on how the song or the story is like. Although it offers a nice songwriting, but this is another song that sounds longer than it actually is. What comes next is Langit Sore featuring Caca Solastika with Menunggu Mursa. But I think it should be Caca's song who features Langit Sore because the portion of Caca in the song is highly outnumbered on how Langit Sore appears. It's like 70% of the song is presented by Sasa and the rest is from Langit Sore, which with his short, weak, and unintentional bars as well as emotion, because it is how really noticeable how he tries to sound feeling down and desperate, but it sounds very fabricated. And next we have Monifa with Kenny Gabriel with Lebih Bahagia Tanpamu, and this is a song on how happy someone is when he or she is able to detach themselves from a possessive partner. And yeah, Monifa vocal flow doesn't marry with the beat. I think in some parts I feel like Kenny wants to stand out with his ability in producing, but it doesn't really blend with the nuance or the feeling carried by Moneva. So it feels like Kenny just want to mess around with his jazz piano and a dance beat, but it doesn't really catch the flow with Moneva. And next we have Prince Husein with Dear Jane. Okay, this is a passion testing alternative R&B track with unmoved static chopped synth for nearly 1 minute. And what comes after it is nothing really special, nothing really different actually. It's still dominantly filled with empty space in the instrumentation, but Prince Hussein voice. This is clearly the highlight or the spotlight of the song. What comes after Prince Hussein is Raisa, and this time she features Sam Kim in a song titled Someday. And yeah, Raisa is just being Raisa with her glorious, beautiful, extravagant vocal performance in an alternative R&B playground. I think she starts finding her comfort in this genre, and this is very sweet, very lovely, very tasty, very yeah, it's very romantic. You will listen to the song more often than me, but yeah, this is very interesting. And next we have Rama Davis with Grace. See You in Jakarta. The song has a vintage sounding soft and sweet jazz intro, which is shifted into more groovier feeling by the introduction of the bass and the drum. And the Grace high note performance is nice, but I think the song should it could be ended in 3 minute 15 seconds because the rest of those durations means nothing at all. Actually, just it's merely an improvisation. And listening to this song, it reminds me on how Ardhito Pramono's jazz style, pop jazz style. And yeah, if you are already liking Ardhito Pramono, and this song is fine for your ears. Right. Next we have Selepas Hujan with Manusia. Yeah, this is a folk presentation that doesn't really stress on the fluidity of their acoustic guitar. And what interests me most in this song is how dare they are in bringing up of the critical, fundamental, insightful, and thought-provoking spoken words that is mostly covering about humanity's issue in Indonesia and in general on the issues we are experiencing as a human, the essence of human, the existential as a human, and the function of a human. And it's really nice to have this type of energetic and fiery spoken word. Okay, next we have Sugi Burnian with Samsara. This is simply a heart-touching, exquisite, beautiful folk presentation with outstanding, lively, soulful, emotional vocal performance. That's very gorgeous, and the strings also deepen the song itself in creating the nuance of suffering and struggles and the disparity. And the guitar solo plays with your emotion as well. It feels like he knows how to pull or intensify your feeling and lose it again, to let you breathe from the suffocation you are experiencing in life. And it's very, very intimate, very heart touching, very emotional. I highly recommend you to listen to the song. It's very beautiful. Give it a listen. Next, we have Soundwave with Automatic Restart. This is a trap presentation at the intro. At the intro is a very nice trap presentation. But when Rini starts singing and start deliver her rap flow, it is just a Blackpink song. And the rest of it is just Blackpink song with the same trumpet effect, with the same bass, with the same beat, and nothing really differentiate this one with any Blackpink song the last year. Yeah, it's such a waste for me to experience how Soundwave don't alter the K-pop influence to their own sound. And next we have Jadika with Jesse Tanoko, and their single is Time. Okay, well, I didn't expect that it would be such a kaleidoscopic track, starting with slow, hazy piano a la bedroom pop, and then move to a fast-paced bass presentation. It's a very nice treatment. And the middle of the track is just a total groove. You need to experience how well the bass, drum, and major key piano harmonize. And yeah, give it a listen if you are very interested in jazz, and it's a very nice. It's an instrumental, but it's very catchy and groovy. All right. Last we have Young Lex with Echo Show, and their single is titled Mood. And perhaps they want to make like a gospel rap song, but their version of gospel rap, the choir presentation is buried and sounds very dim, and which is shifted into a generic trap beat, which is sounds very jaggy. And it has been 5 or 6 years after Young Lex come to the surface, but it seems like he never elevate or has failed to elevate his quality. Yeah, Thank you for watching. Click the link to stream and or buy the singles I have mentioned before, and hit a like to appreciate me appreciating Indonesian singles, and subs to get more of Indonesian album review or weekly review. And this is all ulas, selalu cintai musik-musik karya Indonesia. Have a nice day.